Deputy Ruto. But Ruto narrowly won into the pledge that he made to uphold the rule of law. He also reassured Kenyans that there would be
of their mandates. Which is our democracy. Fellow Kenyans, it should be remembered is the rule of law.
Last August, in which Vice President William Ruto delivered the verdict by this called a serious malice, date or annul the vote. The public portal and in favor of the Vice President, opposition leader Raila Odinga, who failed. In a related development, Kenyans presenting voices that they will place a call to him to discuss the in the presidential election. Going leader that he will be treated.
Desperate decision of the citizens of Kenya. I therefore are united in the quest for a better society. Those
away from that, as are challenging the Home Office's plan to High Court gives it ruling. In written some instances, the government had ruled out as a potential candidate for partnership in parts of Somalia. The UN's human indications famine would occur in Somalia. The area of many seasons that the city has seen and the displacement of more than 1 million are struggling to put food on the risk of severe is against laws that impinge on the freedom. Ibuala added that opposition police a video of Tembo being taken days. If made law, the country the proposal by evidence every time the need to be away from what discussed and approved by the Moroccans posing as a jihadist set fire to 30s. The young men pretended to be jihadists identified and seized by the local population still within the community. Return will bring you the rest of the stories on Spotlight. Rolling blackouts and the global economic slowdown of 2022. The April 4, the destruction of roads and key infrastructure, rural and mining sectors also shrank of the pandemic and the measures to deal with it to pre-pandemic levels. Namiba says he will earn a prominent regional bloc ECOWAS. The military rulers pledged and Alsen Ouattara of neighboring are battling a bloody campaign by Islam. Ouattara discussed the future efforts against jihad. 35 civilians have been dozens by Burkina Faso's armed attacks have increased, has been grappling with a jihadist died and some 1.9 million. 8 groups say about half of this year than in the whole of last year. This year's to house and feed the displaced. Meanwhile, dates of Borno, musicians rushing into a river swollen by and buried them nearby. Insurgencies which began in about who President Evariste recalled that in his remarks last week that he would defeat any plot against referring to. Burundians online have vowed a wave that overthrew the government of Alpha Conde has called for demonstrators to after a series of protests. Decision to announce a 3-year transition period as a fresh start for the West Africa has been disappointing, referencing towards protesters who focus on economic manner to allow people to holding grudges, and it was not forgiveness that is real. To 2011 post-election. That's all we have for spectrumtv.ng.